we said that you should be careful about the simplicity of a sentence when it comes in the form of compound subject or compound predicate, and not to consider it as a compound sentence. So, the following examples, I'll give you an example of a simple sentence but with a compound subject and predicates. But they are not a compound sentence. Why? Because they are actually only one clause. Okay? So let's get these examples in detail. In the name of Allah, the most gracious, ever merciful. Hello everyone. Hope you are doing well. And welcome to a new mini academic lecture in the easiest course to teach you the most difficult English grammar. In last videos in this playlist, we explained the meaning of the notional definition of a sentence, the formal definition of a sentence, and we have known that the classification of a sentence according to the formal definition into three types: simple sentence, compound sentence, and complex sentence. We have already explained the simple sentence, the compound sentence, but we said that you shouldn't be confusable about the compound sentence and the simple sentence with a compound subject or predicate. So, what is the meaning of compound subject or compound predicate? As you know that the criteria for judging the sentence whether it is simple or compound is the number of clauses. If you don't know the meaning of a clause, a phrase, a finite verb, you must check links that I leave you in description below. And that's why we should focus on this idea. The simple sentence means that it is composed of only one clause. And the clause is supposed to be based upon the one finite verb. That's right. So, the criteria to judge the sentence, whether it is a simple sentence or a compound sentence, is the number of clauses within this sentence. So, in the compound sentence, as we have known, there are two independent clauses. But in the simple sentence, we have only one clause. But what's the meaning of a compound subject or a compound predicate? The subject is the doer of the action. So if we have more than one doer of the action, that's the meaning of a compound subject. So the doer of the action is not only one but more than one part. So that's the meaning of a compound subject. And on the other hand, the compound predicate is we don't have only one verb but more than one verbs. So to say, on the predicate we have more than one action, yet we have only one subject for that or these more actions. So let's check with examples. On the level of the compound subjects, we have these examples. Aswan, Luxor, and Giza are places to be visited before flying home. So here we don't have only one subject but more than one subject. And these are doing the action of the one subject, and that's why they are called compound subject. So Aswan, Luxor, Giza all are one compound subject for action, for one action are to be visited before flying home. Another example. Clara, Mary, and Daisy are members in a feminist movement. As you see, this is only one finite verb for the one clause, and we have more than one subject parts. So as you say, we have a compound subject. So the subject here is composed of three elements or parts. We have Mary, we have Clara, we have Daisy, and all are members of a feminist movement. Another example. You or Mary should have finished work earlier. Now we have the compound subject of the two, one pronoun, you, and Mary. So you and Mary are compound subject. Should have finished work earlier. That's to say, we have only one action. Another example. Either mom or dad must come to see our school principal. So here we have either mom or dad. That's to say, one of them must come to see our school principal. And must come one verb. So, compound subject. Neither Tom nor Paul would accept the generous offer. Here, neither nor to have a compound subject. Tom or Paul would accept one action. So to say, compound subject, neither Tom nor Paul would accept one action. On the other hand, the following examples would explain how the action itself would be compound actions. So as you say, we have one subject and compound actions and compound predicate. So let's check with examples. Kidnappers beat hostage and led them to unknown place. So here, kidnappers did not only beat hostage, but led them to unknown place. We have one subject, kidnappers, two actions, beat and led them to unknown place. Yet, this is a simple sentence. Why? Because there is no two and dependent clauses. Another example. You are free to go on training or to change to another program. Here, you is one subject, but the predicate is either by making choice to go on your training or change to another program. So I should say, you are free to do either to go on your current training or to change to another program. Another example. Their parents went to the party but left soon. So the subject, their parents, and the predicate went and left. So their parents went to the party and left soon. So they did not only go to the party, but also they left soon. Another examples. We should wait for John or leave him a note of departure time. So here the subject is we, and the predicate, which is supposed to be the action, are two things. So we are either should wait for John or leave him a note of departure time. Another example. New workers are pushed to either work hard or have their salaries decreased. So now these new workers are facing two choices: either to work hard or, on the other hand, to have their salaries decreased. Yet this is a simple sentence. Why? Because it is composed of one finite verb, one clause. That's all for today. Hopefully see you soon in another academic mini lecture. If you find this video helpful, never forget to give me a big thumb up, to subscribe to my channel, and to press the notification bell and stay tuned to get everything new. And never forget to share the video to help others. Hopefully see you soon again. Thanks for watching and have a good day. Goodbye.